Guys, before we get into this video, if you're new around here and you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, make sure you subscribe to the channel down below. Also turn the bell notification on next to the subscribe button, as you can see on the screen, to be notified every single time I upload a video. And also like the video if you enjoyed the video you are about to watch, and enjoy the video, guys. What's up guys, my name's Adapt. Welcome back to another video on the channel. So in today's video, what I'm going to be doing is I am bringing you guys the 442 best, well, in my opinion, the best custom tactics and player instructions. I'm bringing you guys a formation review on the channel. So you got the 442 we're doing today, and this is the team we're using. So we still got the Berkey in there. Now we still got this team here. I'm thinking of selling up, getting someone like Hazard or something, just building a new squad, getting a Longley to stay again, and Semedo in the right back role. Now I can't remember what I was thinking of doing. This was some time ago, but to be honest with you guys, haven't been playing Ultimate Team much. I only really play it when I'm making a video for you guys. Other than that, I play something like GTA, or I play co-op seasons or something, but I haven't been playing Ultimate Team at all pretty much, other than making videos for you guys, and that's pretty much it. Now I've had gameplay for quite a bit of time. Obviously editing the gameplay and then doing stuff, that takes some time as well, so I'm just working on a lot of videos at one time at the moment. I've been playing Ultimate Team minimally, to be honest with you guys. Haven't been focused on it. I'm not focused on making coins and stuff, because I can grind my way to an insane team if I really wanted to, but is it worth it? Am I going to spend a lot of time on this game mode just grinding to a team when the gameplay is terrible, and when I use the players they'll feel bad in game? What is the point? I'd rather get videos out to you guys and spend more of my time making videos for you guys than sitting in the menus doing SBCs for countless hours. Because the first couple of days of doing SBCs, grinding menus, it is okay, but then it gets monotonous and boring. You're doing the same thing over again. The packs you're getting aren't great. It's just a never-ending process, to be honest with you guys, and it just is mundane, is boring, and I really just want to play the game sometimes. But this is the team I've got right here. Now I don't know who else I can really get, to be honest with you guys, to fit in this team. I could probably get, I don't even know who another Dortmund centre back would be, probably Hummels or something. Let's go ahead, let's go and see the price of a Hummels, and let's just compare the price. If I'm going to go to a Dortmund player, let's go ahead and see. So there's Hummels here, there's Witzel. I can get in a centre mid role if I really wanted to, but I've got Royce there. But I think the team I've got here is good value for what I've paid for. I could obviously get, I don't know who another centre back would be for City. City are low on centre backs at the moment. Laporte, they've got, I can't think of anyone else. They've got John Stones or Temendi and stuff like that. Left back, I can obviously get Benjamin Mendy if I really wanted to. I was looking at Pace there, Fernandinho in the left centre mid role. It's a decent team, nothing special at all at this point in the game, but it's good enough if the person controlling the team is decent at the game to do something with it and do okay in Foot Champs or Rivals or whatever mode I'm playing in. But this is the team right here. I'll show you the stats if you guys want to see it. So I've got 92 games on Berkey, so you guys can see, you can look at my other videos and look at the games I've played with this team since I made that video, and it's probably 0 to be honest with you guys, but we still have this team. Now you guys are probably looking at this team being like, the player prices on these cards are way expensive. It's because I bought these players quite some time ago, probably over a month ago, to be honest with you guys. At least probably 2-3 weeks. But this is the team we got here. Royce is still good, but currently we got team of the tournament promo going on at the moment, so we got them cards that have been released as well. I probably want to try some. I'll probably try some, just trying to have fun with them. We got Rodri, we got Fernandinho in the centre mid role. 70 games I've got played on him, 9 goals scored, 18 assists. I've got a Catalyst Camstar on him as well, I bought him with. Then we have Jadon Sancho, 72 games, 15 goals and 27 assists, 6.9k. Don't know how much he is at the moment, but the Deadeye Camstar on him. We got Sane, and we also have Jamie Vardy as well. So Sane has only got a 3-star weak foot, which isn't good at all. 130k I paid for him. I wonder how much he is right now, probably under 100k at the moment. But I'm not too sure, I haven't checked player prices in a very long time. And then in the striker role, I have Jamie Vardy, who I did his SBC, and I haven't regretted it since. I don't know if he's in SBC still at the moment. He's probably expired, I'm not too sure, to be honest with you guys. But I'm going to get into custom tactics now, so let's get into the custom tactics. So I am actually using the game plans here. So we got all of these game plans: the defensive, the attacking, the ultra attacking, and the ultra defensive. But first of all, we're going to defensive, and we got balanced, which is just normal, to be honest with you guys. And the 4-4-2 is a neutral formation. It's a formation where you get better at the fundamentals of the game. So I just left it at balance because it complements this formation very well. It's simple, it's basic, and it just gets back to the fundamentals of FIFA, and you can really improve on the basic skills, or you can learn the basic skills of the game and get better through this formation. The 4-4-2 can take you very far in this game. For the defensive style, it's on balanced. Width, I've got it at 5 bars. Depth, I've got it at 4 bars. For the offensive style, we have balanced. Then for the width, I've got it 3 bars away from the maximum. Plays in the box, I've got it at 6 bars. Corners is at 3 bars, and free kicks is at 1 bar. That's how the team lines up, if you guys want to see. But then we have stay back or attacking on both fullbacks. Come back on defense, stay wide. Come back on defense, stay wide. Cover center on both midfielders. And then I have nothing on my strikers. I just left them where they're normally at. Now getting into the attacking custom tactics, we have press after possession loss. We have width at 6 bars, depth at 5 bars, offensive style at balanced, width 3 bars away from the maximum, plays in the box. We've got it at 6 bars, and then we have corners at 4 bars, free kicks at 3 bars, and obviously we've got the same team here. Now this is obviously adopting the attacking mentality, so we are balanced on both fullbacks. We have stay wide and get into the box for the cross on my right mid, stay wide, get into the box for the cross on my left mid. We have cover center on both midfielders, getting behind and stay forward on the left striker, and we have getting behind and stay forward on the right striker also. So those are the attacking game plans for you guys for the 4-4-2. Then we have the ultra attacking, constant pressure, what you would expect. Width, I've got it at 7 bars here. Then for depth, I've got it at 8 bars. For the offensive style, I've got it fast build up. Width, I've got it at 8 bars. Plays in the box is 8 bars also. Corners and free kicks both at 4 bars each. Then this is how the team's lined up. So like every other game plan, we just got the players in the same position. Then I have pitch check on join the attack, aggressive interceptions and overlap. This is when I'm all out, when I'm really chasing the game and need the goal desperately. And on Angelino, I also have join the attack, aggressive interceptions and overlap. So on both fullbacks, join the attack, aggressive interceptions and overlap. For my centre backs, haven't done anything on them, but if you're really desperate, you can put one of your centre backs on play as a striker if you really need a centre back up there and you want to push everything forward and you're really pressing for that goal. Then on my right mid, I have stay forward, getting behind and getting to the box for the cross, and also aggressive interceptions. On the right centre mid, we have get forward, cover centre and aggressive interceptions. And on my left centre mid, I've also got what I've got on Rodri, And then on my left mid, I have stay forward, aggressive interceptions, getting to the box for the cross, and getting behind, so quite a lot there. On my left striker, I have getting behind, aggressive interceptions, stay forward. And on my right striker, I also have getting behind, aggressive interceptions, and stay forward as well. Now getting into the ultra defensive game plans, lastly we got balanced. We've got it at 5 bars for width, 3 bars for depth. You can have it on drop back if you really want to, but we got it balanced here. I should have really gone drop back to be honest with you guys, but we got it on balance. We got at 5 bars, 3 bars for depth. We've got offensive side at balanced as well. Width, I've got it on 4 bars. For players in the box, I've got it at 2 bars. For corners, I've got it at 1 bar. For free kicks, we also have it at 1 bar. So I'm as defensive as I really can be, to be honest with you guys. I can turn probably a couple things down a bit more, but I think this is the right level for the ultra defensive custom text and player instructions 4-4-4-2 formation. Now getting into how the team lines up, so we've still got the 4-4-2 formation here. We've got everyone in their positions that they offer every other game plans, and nothing's changing there. But for the player instructions, stay back or attacking on both fullbacks. We've got comeback on defense on the right mid, and we also have comeback on defense on the left mid. On my left center mid, I have stay back while attacking and cover center. I also have stay back while attacking and cover center on the right center mid. Then on my right striker, I have comeback on defense, and on my left striker, I also have comeback on defense. So pretty much showing you guys the more defensive approach. This is ultra defensive, to be honest with you guys, how I got the player instructions on these players. I probably could have my players a bit more defensive, to be honest with you guys, if I really wanted to, but I feel like this is a good level for me. Now you guys can adjust the parameters on how you guys play and your play style or your ability on the game, but these are my custom tactics, these are my player instructions. You guys should try them, go ahead and try them, but it might not work for everyone, so just play around with them and eventually you will find the right custom tactics and player instructions and the best formation for you guys. So guys, those are the custom tactics, those are the player instructions on all different game plans for the 4-4-2 formation. Now let's get into the gameplay. Now before we get into the gameplay, I am going to remind you guys to subscribe to the channel down below. Now you can do this very easily and very quickly by clicking on the bottom right hand side of this video. There's going to be a watermark with my YouTube channel profile picture. If you're on computer or laptop or anything like that, then you can hover over it and then subscribe. But if you're on a mobile device, you can just go ahead, click on it and subscribe straight away so you don't miss an upload. Now enjoy the rest of the video. Now getting into the gameplay guys, in our first game I come up against the guy with a wants to watch Ben Yedder. I also believe he had a wants to watch Griezmann in there, so he had a good team there, pretty much a Serie A team. Well, not a Serie A team, a La Liga team I mean. So we're in foot champs in this video here, and we give away a penalty. From that penalty, my opponent goes ahead and scores. So early on in the game, we go 1-0 down, which isn't good. But we are going to try and come back later in the game. This guy's on the ball here, crosses it into the box, and scores a second there. So we're not in a good spot. I've conceded 2 goals, and I've also got a red card as well. So we're down to 10 men. This guy has just scored with Kimpembe and made it 2-0, so I had quite the task to do. I end up managing to score a goal with Marco Reus to bring the game back to 2-1, and 2-1 before half time. There is hope back into the game. I'm down to 10 men though, which is always something to think about, always something which is going to be a disadvantage to you. And eventually I do get the ball through to Jadon Sancho, and Sancho puts the ball into the back of the net and makes it 2-2. So it's 2-2 here. I've equaled the score up with 10 men, and I really want to win this game. It would be a great result if I'm able to come back from 2-0 down and go on to win the game. Jamie Vardy plays it to Rodri. Rodri's on the ball, This guy's expecting me to go ahead and pass it again, but I do go ahead and I carry on the run with Rodri, and I manage to make it 3-2, and I do get the win off of that. So we get the 3-2 win there. Then we get into our next game. We come up against a guy with a baby Roberto Carlos. He had some other players in there as well. I believe he had an Aspas as well, a Screamer Aspas, I do believe. So he had a decent team there. Go ahead, I managed to score with Marco Reus. That is, Marco Reus is getting a lot of goals in this team. I was just scoring so many goals with him and getting quite a lot of assists with him. Fernandinho played a key role in the squad as well, defensive wise. On the ball he's okay, he isn't very comfortable, but he can do a job on the ball. I play the ball through to Jamie Vardy. Jamie Vardy does a fake shot and puts it into the bottom corner and makes it 2-0 18 minutes in. So in the 18th minute we're winning 2-0. I managed to tackle my opposition there. Vardy's on the ball, plays it to Reus. Reus with the over the top through ball back to Jamie Vardy, and Jamie Vardy puts it right into the back of the net. A good goal right there to make it 3-0, and things are looking good. We're 3-0 up, and eventually we get the rage quit there and we win our next game. Now in this game I'm coming up against a guy with Rio Ferdinand. He's got an end on belly, he wants to watch their Marcus Rashford, the Sissoko. So I knew this wasn't going to be an easy game. This guy had some good players in there which could do damage against me, and I could end up losing this game here. You guys are going to have to see. I believe it was a high scoring one. This guy threw a Marcus Rashford early on in the game, plays it to forget. I get the block off. This guy gets the bounce back to him and puts it into the back of the net. And you guys are seeing what he's doing. He's running the whole length of the pitch. He was just being toxic right there. And that's what you get in FUT Champs sometimes, and you just have to deal with it. So it's 1-0 here. My opponent takes a lead. I know he's being a bit toxic with the celebrations there, but we're going to deal with it right there. And I do go ahead. I concede a second. Things aren't looking good. Early on in the game, we've gone 2-0 down. It's not a good look here for me. It's looking like I'm going to lose the game, but we have the ball here with Fernandinho. Fernandinho plays it to Jamie Vardy. Jamie Vardy manages to get past his player. I believe that's Fabinho. Plays it through to Marco Reus. He made the score 2-1. So it's 2-1 here. The game's back open, and this guy's on the ball. I managed to dispossess him with Fernandinho. Fernandinho plays it to Jamie Vardy. Jamie Vardy plays it back to Fernandinho. And eventually I do go on a run with Sane down the wing. I'll go back inside, play it to Fernandinho. Some nice build-up play. I'm looking for the right time to get the shot off, and eventually I do find that time. I put the ball into the back of the net with Fernandinho and make that 2-2 right there. So from 2-0 down or 2-1 down, I do go ahead and I equal the score. So things are looking good here. I brought the game back to an even scoreline. I'll go to move the keeper. He scores with Coman and makes that 3-2. So this game is getting even more interesting here. And it's 3-2 now. I'm looking to win this game. I really want to win this game since my opponent's just doing things which are quite toxic in games. So I especially wanted to win this game. Fernandinho's on the ball, plays it to Sane. Sane does a drag back, manages to get past that player. I play it back, and eventually this guy does tackle me with Ferdinand, I do believe that was. And I do put the ball into the bottom corner from the penalty and make it 3-3. So we're at 3-3 here. This has been a crazy game so far. And eventually I do go ahead and I concede another goal, or am I going to go ahead and counter attack right here? I believe I go ahead and counter attack. My opponent hits the bar, but I'm on the ball here with Jadon Sancho. Play it through to Marco Reus eventually. This guy brings his keeper out, and I just chip it over his keeper nicely and make the score 4-3. And you guys can see me running the length of the pitch because of what my opponent was doing to me earlier on in the game. So it's 4-3. Things are looking good. It's only looking like it can get better here, but we do go ahead and concede. Bit unfortunate that was there, but just the game. This guy's gonna go ahead and shush me, And he's just being very distasteful, to be honest with you guys. What he's doing here in Foot Champs, very toxic atmosphere, but I'm looking to go ahead and win this game. And from 4-all, my opponent equalizing right at the end of the game, he makes it 5-4. And here he is shushing me at 5-4, and I really want to get back into this game. I'm trying to do everything I can. Angelino plays it to Rodri, Rodri plays it to Lewandowski, who I eventually brought on because I really wanted this win. Hazard's on the ball, who I brought on as well because I want the win a lot, and I do eventually play a driven cross into Marco Reus, and Marco Reus puts it into the back of the net, equals the scoreline. It's back at 5-all, and I'm really motivated to win the game right here. I really want that win, and it's 5-all right now, 106th minute, so in the second half of extra time, and I'm trying to get that goal. Eventually I do get the goal with Lewandowski. It is 6-5 here, and I believe this is the game won. I was really believing that I've won this game, but I do go ahead, I kick the ball out, my player chests it, and this guy wins it with Rodrigo here, and he plays it into the centre, and he goes ahead and equalises the score, and it goes to penalty. So I really want this win right here. Gareth Bale manages to put the ball into the back of the net, a substitute which I brought on, and we do go ahead, we score 2 of our penalties, our opponent scored none. He eventually scores 1, and then we go ahead, we miss a penalty, my opponent scores, I go ahead and score this penalty, and then you guys are going to see what happens here. I do manage to save the last penalty, and I go on to win the penalty shootout. That was nice for me right there, especially with how my opponent was playing as well, but he's just trying to be as toxic as he can be, probably to frustrate me or something. But I do go ahead, I managed to get the win, and it was a very nice win. It was a very nice feeling I got after that win as well, because of the way that guy was playing. So I do go ahead, I make it 1-0 in the next game with Jamie Vardy. So a good goal to open up the scoreline. This guy had some Foot Champions cards in his team as well, so he's got some experience in this game mode here. He does go ahead, equalises, makes it a 1-all, so back to square one. It's back at an even scoreline, and I really want to win this game. Reus manages to get a pass off, but that pass does get blocked by his Sergio Ramos. Well, it gets intercepted, and eventually I do go ahead, I can see it's 2-1 now. Things aren't looking good at all. Luka Modric scores for him, and I'm losing here. I need a goal to equal the scoreline. I need 2 goals to go ahead and get in the lead, so I'm just looking for a goal here, guys. I believe my opponent makes some substitutions there as well. We are just after half time in this game, and then Reus and Vardy are passing the ball between each other. Reus is on the ball, backs away. I'm looking for a pass it to Piszczek. Piszczek plays it to Rodri, Rodri back to Piszczek, and eventually I do manage to get the ball into Vardy from Fernandinho, make it 2-all, and equal the scoreline right there. So it's 2-all right here. Can I go ahead and win the game? You guys are going to see. My opponent makes a bad challenge there, and he gets a second yellow card. Or he just gets a yellow card right there. He just gets a yellow card, gives away a free kick, and you guys probably know what's going to happen from this free kick. I'm going to go ahead and eventually I'll work my way through into a goal scoring opportunity and put the ball into the back of the net to make it 3-2. That's exactly what I do. I make it 3-2 with Marco Reus, and that is the game done. So I believe this is the last game of the video. Maybe there's one more. So there's one more game here. Premier League team here. And I believe this was a simple game. Well, when I say simple, I don't mean easy, but I don't think there were many goals scored in this game. Jamie Vardy's through on goal. He manages to chip it over my opponent's keeper and make it 1-0 5 minutes into the game. So 1-0 up. And my opponent has the ball. He passes it away, and my Sane gets the ball before him. And eventually I do work my way into a goal scoring opportunity, and Vardy, I do believe that is, puts the ball into the back of the net makes it 2-0, and from that I believe my opponents had enough and he decides to quit out of the game. So guys, that is the gameplay for the 4-4-2 formation. Now let's get into the pros and cons of the formation, and then after that I'll get into the overall rating I gave this formation. Now getting into the pros and cons of this formation. So one of the pros of this formation is if you're a new player, if you're a beginner, or if you're a very good player and regard yourself as an elite level player, then you can still use the 4-4-2 and it can still be very effective for you in this game, because not only is it great for maintaining and establishing a balance in your squad, it's great for beginners on this game to learn the fundamentals of this game. You're not limited to one style of play. You can play down the wings, you can play down the center, you've got 2 strikers. It's very basic. And when we get to the fundamentals of things in this game, we're talking about passing well, we're talking about dribbling with your players well, knowing when to shoot, learning the ball physics, learning the mechanics, then 4-4-2 formation is a really great formation. Now, as I've already mentioned, it allows you to play down the sides of the pitch. That's another one of the pros, as well as down the center. So it just refers back to the versatility you have in this formation, and you're not limited to one way of attacking. Also, there's 2 strikers who support each other, so you can play 1-2 play between your 2 strikers, like what I was doing in this video with Vardy and Royce. So I was playing 1-2 balls between them, and they were working very well together, and they were both getting goals and getting assists. Also, the centre mids can drop back and defend. So one of your centre mids can drop back and act as a defensive midfielder if you want them to. So you have extra protection for your defenders. Also, it works other ways where you can tell them to get more forward and they can help out the attack as well. And also their left mid and right mid, they can drop back and help the fullbacks if they get out of position. They can cover for them if they get too forward down the pitch and find themselves out of position. This formation is great also for the overall structure. You have an organized defense and attack, so it just doesn't overcomplicate things. There's a lot of structure there. You know what you're working with, and you know that you're always going to have a player where you're looking for someone to pass to. You'll never be short of options. It's also extremely balanced, and it also creates some uncertainty for your opponent because you can play a variety of ways. You can play down the center as well as the sides, as I mentioned earlier on in this video, so it creates a more unorthodox style when it comes to attacking, and it always leaves your opponent guessing on how you're going to attack them next. It's also great for people with a possession orientated style of play. You can control games with this formation a lot. That's what I found. With the 4 midfielders in the midfield, you can pass around them a lot. 2 strikers as well, they're there to support each other and pass to each other. You got the 4 back right at the back as well, so everything's organized, and you can really play possession, build up play, and you can build your way up to creating 1v1 opportunities like you guys have seen in the gameplay already. You've seen me taking my time with things and pausing until I open up my opposition, find a gap in my opposition's defense, and create that 1v1 opportunity. There are also 2 cons of this formation that I thought of off the top of my head when I was doing the pros and cons for this formation. So it can lack attacking urgency at times, but that comes with the balance. With the balance, obviously you're sacrificing urgency attacking wise or defensive wise, so when you want that slight bit of urgency in the attack to get everyone forward and play quick FIFA, create opportunities quickly, you might have a problem there, especially when you're chasing the game. Also, midfielders have to be well rounded. They're working very hard. if they're dropping back and helping with the defense and also getting forward when you're under attack and supporting the attackers and creating opportunities, it's going to run their energy down. So they're going to need good stamina to be able to cope throughout the whole game, because they most likely will get tired if they have, let's say, less than 80 stamina around. You want someone with 85 plus stamina in the midfielder position, especially your centre mids, maybe your left and right mid, because if they are helping your fullbacks, if they push up and get out of position, they're going to need good stamina as well, so they're not tired by the end of the game. So that's something to think about. You really want to look for players with decent stamina. It is definitely a bonus in a formation like this where your midfielders are working extremely hard. So guys, those are the pros and cons of this formation. Now let's get into the overall rating I gave this formation. Now getting into the overall rating for the 4-4-2. So I do believe it is FUT Champions ready. As I've said earlier on in the video, the 4-4-2 is very great for a wide range of players, from beginner to an elite level, a very good level. This formation can take you very far. For the defensive rating, I gave it a 7 out of 10. I did concede quite a lot of goals with it, so I can't give it any higher. But 7 out of 10 is a decent score, and I do believe maybe I wasn't playing my best, especially in FUT Champs as well. You're playing a lot of competitive players. Everyone is trying very hard, so maybe that's why I conceded more goals. So I conceded 10 goals, so that's why I could only give it a 7 out of 10 rating. Then for the attacking rating, I gave it an 8 out of 10 because I do believe it performs very well attacking wise, especially in the amount of goals I score and how it gets everyone in the attack involved in the play. And for the overall rating, I gave it 7.5 out of 10, so it's a solid score. Hopefully I'll do updated formation reviews on this formation, so I can look at this formation later on in this game cycle and bring you guys a more updated version, and it'll possibly do better. I don't think I got the best out of this formation. I feel like it's a lot better than I showed in game, and I know that I could do this formation more justice possibly later on in the game cycle this year. So similar formations to this, I said the 4-4-2 bracket 2, so the more defensive variation. There are quite a lot of formations similar to this. Is the 4-4-2. It's a very balanced formation, so there's formations attacking wise and defensive wise more focused, which are similar to the 4-4-2 formation. The 4-3-3 is also similar, but instead of right mid and left mid that we have in the 4-4-2, we got the right wing and the left wing as well, so that is very similar. And there's one more centre mid in there, so it's quite similar to the 4-3-3 and how it plays. You can play down the centre in the 4-3-3 as well as down the wing in the 4-3-3, so it is similar in that aspect. And you got the left wing and right wing instead of left mid and right mid. Also the 3-5-2, I thought that was similar as well. We've got two DMs in there, we've got two strikers working up front helping each other. We've also got the right mid and the left mid in that formation as well, so there are some similarities there, just less defenders, but then the DMs make up for it and they help out a lot defensive wise. The 4-1-2-1-2 wide variation, I do believe that is similar as well. We've got a DM in there, we got a cam, a left mid and a right mid also, but instead of two centre mids, we've got one cam and one DM in there. And we've obviously got the two strikers up top, and we've got a 4-back as well. And there's also the 4-1-3-2, which is very similar to the 4-1-2-1-2, which is similar to the 4-4-2 in my opinion. But instead of the 4-1-2-1-2 where you'd have a cam, you've got a centre mid in a 4-1-3-2, so it's quite similar to a 4-1-2-1-2. Just a more attacking midfielder playing the centre mid role and taking a more defensive approach. I did manage to get all wins with this formation as well, which is also a bonus. So my win-loss with this formation is all wins, so that is something which is a very good thing about this formation. 100% win rate right there. So I managed to score 17 goals, as you guys can see right there, which is a good amount of goals in 5 games, but at the same time I did concede 10, which isn't good. It's something to be concerned about. So 10 goals is a lot of goals to concede in 5 games, so that's an average of 2 goals a game conceded, so that is not good at all. So guys, we also managed to get 2 clean sheets, which isn't the best, and that contributes to why I can only give it a 7 out of 10 in the defensive rating. So guys, that is the overall rating I gave this formation. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to smash that like button down below. Let me know what formation you'd like to see me review next. Let me know if you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys in the next video. See you guys later. Peace. Thanks for watching guys. If you click on the left hand side of your screen, that will take you to my previous video, and if you click on the right hand side of the screen, it will also take you to a random video so you can watch more of my content, and in the middle of the screen it will allow you to subscribe straight to the channel, so it notifies you every time I upload a video on the channel, so you do not miss a future upload.